My name is Angela Caban. My husband is a specialist in the New Jersey Army National Guard. He's a medic. In his civilian job, he is a CNA. For National Guard spouses and families, I think the biggest challenge is not feeling within a community. You really don't know where you belong. You're not really a civilian, yet you're not really a military family. So we kind of feel like the outsiders. So when your husband leaves and he's training or he's on a deployment, you have to kind of pick up and say, okay, well now we're a military family. We're no longer that civilian family. And you have to find where you belong.
I think readiness is really the heartbeat of the National Guard family. And I think blogging and the online world really gives people resources to create their own resiliency and to create their own readiness that maybe isn't naturally created for them by having a large military base where they are. Let's go.
I started the Homefront United Network in 2010, and at that point we really didn't see ourselves as a military family. We were living in a civilian community, we had all civilian friends, and then we got the orders for deployment and he was gone for 15 months. So I found myself in this very strange situation where I didn't really know much about the military, what kind of resources we had, any programs and things available to us. So what I did is I just started collecting information and putting it all on one website.
Honestly, it was a godsend when I found it, because I was able to find other spouses, male and female, who were going through the same types of issues and challenges that we were.
I think some of the greatest feedback I receive is finding that one person who didn't know that there was a community out there for National Guard spouses and families, and seeing that you've touched their lives somehow, whether it be pointing them in the right way for a certain resource or just them reading a story about how the last deployment just totally sucked and they knew that they weren't the only person that felt that way. I think one great thing about our website is that we have so many different writers from different walks of life. We have active duty, we have National Guard, reserve spouses writing their stories, and I think it's great because there is always a different topic that we're talking about, and readers are able to chime in and share their experiences as well.
My piece, the way I envision it, is writing about mental health issues. As a clinical psychologist, obviously that's my wheelhouse. I hope to shed a light on the issues that are relevant to our Guard families, because often when you feel isolated and you feel alone, you're more apt to, have symptoms of depression, anxiety. So having a support system and information available at your fingertips like that in an area or a forum where you can ask questions and actually have them answered about your own lifestyle, about being in the National Guard as a National Guard spouse or a family member is vitally important.
I feel so blessed because I know there was a time in my life when I didn't really have much of that support because we were so far from a military installation. So to be able to reach out to people, and whether we're sharing recipes or funny stories or maybe just having a really bad day, we can focus on that and help each other along the way. So it makes me feel so happy at the end of the day to know that somebody else is getting something from this and perhaps passing it along to the next person.